It's just about 5 a.m. in the morning. It started raining right around midnight last night. And all that rain forced all the mosquitoes into the house because all the windows are open. Why are all the windows open? Well, renting sight unseen can be a nightmare. That's why the windows are open. I'll explain. If that was not a good enough explanation, eventually I will go further. So I rented this sight unseen a while back. I was desperate to find something here in this area, and I knew someone who had something. I couldn't find anything else, so I asked that person, and I eventually rented this, but I couldn't get pictures. I just got stories. I got here and it was a nightmare. Very dirty, very junked, lots of junk in it, lots of problems, and it just got worse from there, right? Downhill. And then it turned out the landlord is a ne'er-do-well, never going to do anything, right? Except raise the rent. Stuff breaks, great excuse to raise the rent, but never fix it. We won't go too far deep into that, but we will tell you this story. If you haven't figured it out by now, there is no power. 7 days to go before I'm in my new home. 7 days. Looks like 7 days without power. Of course, I've got the things I need to have a little bit of power to keep cameras, phones, that sort of thing charged. A light here and there. I've got the fuel to cook. Got some food. It's not in the refrigerator because that's warm. Yeah. So, why is there no power? Well, I was never able to put this electricity in my name, nor did he want me to. So it was always in his name. I was paying him rent. The rent got way too high. Things didn't get fixed. There was no hot water for almost 2 years, so I said, I am not paying that. I'm not paying what you want. I'll just pay you the lot fee because I'm going to go. And then one day the power went out. Neighbor's AC was still going. Lights were over there, but it was dark here. I called Entergy. Turned out, way before I put my foot down and said, no more, no more, I'm going. He was taking my money and not, like, so way before I revolted, way before I stood up for myself, he was taking my money and not paying the electric bill. He was using it for himself. He profusely apologized when I called him out on this because Entergy said he was so many months behind. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He just groveled and apologized and apologized. And he paid something and he got the bill covered. Well, he paid something and the power came back on that day, right? That was like maybe a month ago. And I gave him money after that for the rent for September and the electric. And here we are, early October, and just like a little over 3 days ago, right as I was waking up, because the dog was kicking me, I was stretching, I was coming out of bed, and power goes out. Neighbor's AC is still going. Lights are over there. It's dark over here. 7 days to go. So who cares Not going to turn his power back on because he's going. So let's just leave him over here. So he didn't decide to just like arbitrarily turn the power off on me, tell Entergy, oh, turn that power off. He just didn't pay the bill again. He's still behind, right? So this is not him being a dick to me, purposely turning the power off. This is him taking money that's meant for one thing, like robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Sometimes you end up like this when you rent something sight unseen. Maybe it's a stranger you're renting from, maybe it's not, right? But you don't know what to expect because you can only go by what they tell you. You can only go by that so much. And when they don't send you photos and stuff, you gotta wonder why. Right? So sometimes you get surprised. Now, a lot of people just don't have to do this, right? When I'm renting stuff remotely from another state, because I was in another state when I did this, I see pictures, they're already there. If I want a virtual tour, maybe I can arrange that. Sometimes it doesn't happen, right? And it turns out okay. So I've already rented something in another state, good ways away from here. And I haven't seen it. Once again, sight unseen. Will it be a nightmare? To be honest, my friend sent me pictures of the outside of it yesterday. And it does not look bad. It looks like what it's supposed to look at. It looks like what it's supposed to look like. So it's a property that is no stranger to me. I've actually wanted to move into this property for many years, since the last time I was there. But somebody was living in it, so I came here instead, because I couldn't move into that. But it's in a good location, and I like the way it looks. And I lucked out. I was able to get it. But you see, it wasn't on the market, so there was not like an ad to look at or something. So the owner, the lady, she didn't have... Yeah, sometimes there's a good excuse, good reason why they are unable to send you pictures. But we were going to do a virtual tour, and because of schedule conflicts and stuff, it just never happened. And if there was a lot of availability in the area, I would have just said, okay, let's reschedule and go. We'll go do the virtual tour tomorrow or the next day. But because of very low availability and a lot of people looking, and I'd already lost one thing, right, that I'd found, but it wasn't the best, but it was something that I was interested in, and it got rented out from under me before I could seize it. And I was like, well, this is the property that I've been holding out for, waiting to hear about, and here it is on offer to me. And it's not technically out on the market, so I don't have competition, right? Nobody else, because it's not an ad yet. It's not on the market. So I'm the first one at the table. I said, shit, here you go. I've been wanting it. It's in the right place. It's the right location. I just don't know what it looks like on the inside. I know from what I've been told, but I've not seen what it looks like. I know that it's a tiny home. I know that it has a loft in it. I know where it is. I've seen the outside of it. I've been by it many times. So I am no stranger to this property, but I've not been inside. Now, the person who owns this property has fairly good standing in the community. She's been around a long time, and she has been through the wars and came out on top as a winner. She is a member of the community. and I can't wait to meet her. I don't think she's going to be a nightmare at all, but you never know. I'm on pins and needles. I'm ready to go. But 7 days without power. Might be more once I get there, by the way. But let's get there. At this point, there is less than 48 hours to go. Yeah, you're right. So I've decided that we are not going to take this video all the way to the tiny house, the tiny home. But yeah, less than 48 hours to go before I start tiny home life, tiny home lake life. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking forward to it. As you may very well tell, there is still no power. Yeah, you're right. May very well have no power once I get there because the utilities are not on. So I got to get there, turn the utilities on, and restart life. Looking forward to it because this has been a nightmare. Like I've said before, sometimes the worst thing you can do is rent something sight unseen. Sight unseen. It's something that doesn't happen very often anymore because with technology, we can rent something remotely when we're in another state and we can see what it's like. A lot of times we're doing that through a management company. And there may be things that they're not showing you and you thought you saw everything, you show up and it's still a nightmare. But when they're beating around the bush not wanting to show you anything, it's probably going to be a nightmare. Now this time it's sight unseen on the inside because we just couldn't make it happen because of scheduling and stuff like that. But it's a property that I've seen before. I've been there. It's a property that I have had pictures sent of the outside. I know where it's at. It's a good location. And the person I'm renting it from has a very good reputation, whereas the person I rented this from did not have a reputation as a landlord at all, and not a very good reputation at all. Outside of that, I would say this person I rented this trailer from became a slumlord by proxy. He'd never rented to anyone before, but as soon as he rented to someone, he became a slumlord, and he didn't even know what that meant, what slumlord meant. That's what you are, buddy. Anyway, some people just, yeah. So, I've been doing fine dealing without the power because I have the power stations. Yeah. Got people around here. The mosquitoes and the warm nights have not been easy. The noise has been incessant. Yeah, it's not been easy to sleep, but somehow I've powered through, and I'm almost done. Reality is about to shift wildly. Yeah, got to get these cat boxes built together, ready to go. Taking all 3 cats. It's going to be good. So when I tell people what's going on, like friends of mine, they get really upset, and then they don't understand why I'm not upset and bitter and just angry. I'm over it. You gotta learn to forgive and move on. Doesn't mean that you become happy families again, you become friends, but when somebody does you really, really wrong, you can't hold that bitterness, that anger forever. You have to forgive and forget and move on. Sometimes you bring them back into the fold and you're happy families again. Other times it's best that you just stay away. You just keep them a great distance from you. Yeah, forgive and forget, move on. So, yeah, I'm not holding anger. I don't feel like I need vengeance. I just need to go. You need to go somewhere quiet, surrounded by water, and everything in the house works. The floor's not caving in. It doesn't smell of mold. And the landlord isn't ripping you off. So, cool thing about this new house is that the landlord isn't stopping me from putting utilities in my name. The landlord's not refusing to give me a key to the mailbox. It's normal. It's a normal situation. That's exactly what we need sometimes when things go so awry. Yeah, you're right. Well, let me do this, and then let me do something else. So, yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being a member of the channel. And yeah, you're right. There are more videos to come. Last month, I was focused on the main channel, M Hood Fishing, and focused on getting this good to go. So now I'm good to go. Yeah, you're right. Plenty of videos coming on this channel and the other one very soon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.